Hello, I'd like to welcome you to 6059 Clemens here in the West End of St. Louis, Missouri. Looking at this house, built in 1909, over 2,700 square feet, and on an exceptionally large double lot. As you look across the street, we're right next to the Metrolink and just a couple streets down from the Delmar Loop. These blocks here have seen an enormous amount of regeneration over the past few years. This house shows many of the hallmarks of homes from the era just after the St. Louis World's Fair, which is when this neighborhood saw its heyday. It was built out. Brackets with the long overhangs in the eaves, and centered front entryway porch. Door has been updated. Coming inside, this is a center hall design. It's a large entryway here, and with the living room off to the side. Exceptionally large living area. Looks like the original hardwood floors and the original stone fireplace there, obviously non-functional at the moment. And then to the other side, we have the dining and kitchen. You get the dining room here. And this does look like it's the original flooring in here as well. So this is likely the original layout, although obviously when the house was built, there would not have been an open plan to the kitchen. That was not that popular in 1909. We have a bathroom in here. Again, glass block window. Just a half bath with extra storage and further storage on top. Looking here at the kitchen. Refrigerator and an alcove with a pantry. And then a U-shaped kitchen with granite countertops. Nice range of cabinets. And 42-inch cabinets on top with extra glass china cabinets above those. Little plant box above the window. And then this walks out to the backyard. Looking here, we have the original oversized garage in the back. And this line where these trees are would have been the original lot line. Obviously, it includes now this extra space off to the side. So there's so much potential with this yard. It does give a very private feel all the way here in the city where you can still walk to everything. At the rear of the house. Again, windows are quite large, which is a hallmark of this era. And they're squarer than they would have been early when the narrow style of window was what people were looking for. Coming inside. Take a look upstairs. Some exposed brick around this window, and you can see just how wide and large this window is. Little hallway broom closet. Then we have 3 bedrooms on this level. Was originally 4, but as we get to that 4th one, I'll show you what's happened there, which is a little interesting. Looks like original flooring in here. Love this. You can see the patterns on the oak. Looks lovely. Then coming through, second bedroom here. These are all very large bedrooms. And as expected in this era, you have the pass-through between the two bedrooms, which would have been helpful for going through without having to go back in the main hallway. And this floor still retains some of its original patina. And again, these windows are very large. And then this fourth room has been converted into an upstairs laundry with a little kitchenette. So, little sink, microwave, refrigerator. Only thing really missing here is a stove if you really wanted it, but again, it's probably not as necessary as having something to heat up little snacks in the middle of the night. Looking at this railing, this is quite interesting. It's obsolete now, but we do have a secret light switch embedded within. Those have been bypassed because it's not particularly fun to rewire inside a newel post. Coming upstairs, we have the primary bedroom here. And this has a closet and built-in drawer system. That looks like from the design of these fronts and the paneling used on it was probably done in the 50s. This is looking out through the dormer. This is the upstairs bathroom. Shower in here. And this room, which holds some evidence of the house's past, was likely either a child's playroom or something originally. But at some point in the history, there's some unusual plumbing connections here, which usually indicate that it may have been used as a kitchen. So these houses were oftentimes, when they became too expensive to run back in the 50s and 60s, they were split up into either rented by the room or, rented by apartments. And so you'd have extra kitchens that were added in different places. And then coming downstairs, we have the main bathroom here, which has a jet tub. Vessel sink. And then we'll take a quick look at the basement. And this is what I get a kick out of, is some of this old school paneling that was used in the 70s or 60s stone look. And the floor had been taken up, unfortunately, because some plumbing work had been done underneath, it looks like. But you can look and see what this would have looked like when it was 70s tastic, with a little pillar there for, I guess, drink cocktails or whatever. And then there no doubt was a bar. I'm going to guess back here where you have this mirror situation. And then this is really just storage at the moment because the laundry's been moved upstairs. But water heater, furnace. Again, looks like the sewer line had been replaced, which is why you see the fresh concrete. And And then I'll take us back up so that we can end back at the foyer. And you can see this other switch here for the lights that were once upon a time inside the staircase. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.